With more than 60 million refugees, asylum seekers and internally displaced persons in the world today, UN aid agencies and their partners are struggling to cope with the growing humanitarian needs. UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Antonio Guterres, told his agency's executive board that the humanitarian system was not broken, but it was in financial crisis.
We are no longer able to meet even the absolute minimum requirements of core protection and life-saving assistance to preserve human dignity of the people we care for.
There are currently 33 UN appeals to provide humanitarian assistance to 82 million people worldwide. These appeals are only 42% funded. Mr. Guterres added that the number of people displaced by conflict every single day has nearly quadrupled in the last 5 years.
After the dramatic events on the beaches and borders of Europe this summer, nobody is now able to ignore a refugee crisis that had been simmering for so long, while others weren't watching. And it is a shame that it had to come to this, but it's not a surprise.
The world is moving closer to the historic goal of ending poverty by 2030. That's according to the World Bank, which announced its first updated international poverty line since 2008. The bank projects that global poverty will have fallen from 902 million people, or 12.8% of the global population, in 2012 to 702 million people, or 9.6% of the global population this year.
We're really excited about these new numbers. We went back and went to the poorest 15 countries and really looked at what it costs to live above what we consider the extreme poverty line. And what we found is that in today's dollars, that number is $1.90 as opposed to $1.25. The other thing that's very exciting is that the number of people living in extreme poverty has gone down to below 10% for the first time in history.
Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund, or IMF, issued its latest economic outlook, which forecasts global growth at 3.1% this year, lower than last year and 3.6% next year.
Our forecast is that for this year, there'll be a moderate pickup in advanced economy growth compared to last year, but a slowdown in emerging economy growth. For both groups, we're looking at a pickup in 2016. But importantly, since our July forecast, we have downgraded growth prospects pretty much across the board.
The World Health Organization and the joint UN program on HIV/AIDS have released new standards to help countries improve healthcare services for young people between the ages of 10 and 19.
I think governments and health services need to recognise that this is a special group, quite a hard-to-reach group, and that you need to make special provision for them, that you can't just provide the usual child health services or adult services. You won't reach a lot of the ones that you really want to reach.
The new standards recommend making services more adolescent-friendly, providing free or low-cost consultations, and making medically accurate, age-appropriate health information available. The two UN agencies have reported that more than 25 low- and middle-income countries have already adopted national standards for improving adolescent health services.